All right, good morning. This is Derek Demore with Futures Demore and Futures Networks Live. How are you on this Thursday, the day before Easter weekend? All right, going through OB, hopefully getting you positive points for breakfast. Man, what a run. New all-time highs. Old all-time high was down here at 78, 50-ish. So, most of the morning we've been above the old all-time high. The level now, the 89 period is above the old all-time high. So right here, you can see we're now above that. So interesting that I did a long right before OB, and then our proprietary signals were for a short. So I actually wanted to get on the top of this. So got in up here and got out. So made 89, not a lot, 89 to 87, only 2 points. So because there's just such strong momentum. Don't know where we're going to end up rest of the day. We're kind of hovering right now, getting ready to get back under. Are we going to pop below the the old the old recent all-time high, or are we going to stay above? It's going to be interesting. Let's look at the other markets and then we'll move on to the daily. So the M2K, same thing, got in a little early. This was a perfect channel break, bottom of a long channel, entry, confirm, above the 10 period. I mean, just right here, anywhere in here, little pullback, 29.30 to 38. I mean, that just can't beat this trade right here. And then what did we do? We went up and up. And now we're getting a little pullback. So, good time for, looking at, hey, let's get back in right about this spot, maybe the doji right here, somewhere in there, still above the 10 period, or we're going to pull back. I've got a limit order set where I think would be a really, really good entry. So I'm kind of waiting to see. We did break a channel, so it could come all the way back, but I still like the way that this is looking. Going to look at the M2 or the NASDAQ now. Again, same thing, run, get ready to run. I got in long earlier, like down here, and then it just ran. Oh my gosh. I mean, and now we're getting, oh wow. Now here we go. Making, still running to 13.3, and we'll talk about that because that was a number in my head that I had, and we're hitting it right now. So let's do the NAS. Let's look at the NAS on the dailies. So I think you can see, guys, why I think that this line is so important at roughly 13.3-ish, and there's a range, obviously, because these are the dailies. So if we pull this up, you can see that the range, in fact, let me do a Y range for us. So to me, the range that we're looking at is, 13,293 to 13,325. So kind of in this range. And my line is right there, kind of where we hit 13.3. So this is interesting. Where are we going to go? Are we going to stay and get above this and then go back and retest some of these highs? I think once we close above this on a daily, we're looking really good to get back up into this area up here. So I don't know what the 4-hour says. 4-hour, same kind of thing. I had that line there on the 4-hour. So interesting. But my predictions I'll make in a little bit. Let's look at the M2K daily. Very similar look. You got a nice channel, split the uprights on the position, I think on both the MNQ and yep. I mean, it did go up and hit my spot and pulled back more. I thought it was going to go higher and pull back there. So I mean, it basically did what I thought. It just pulled back more. And on the M2K, it did the same thing. It went up to where I thought and then pulled back a little more. So, I mean, I got it right. It's just, it didn't end where I thought it would. So that's fine. And let's see on the MES real quick where I ended daily. Ended where I thought. It went up a lot higher and pulled back more. So technically, ended right inside this ball barely, but not in the middle of it, but still counts in my book. So pretty good day. I mean, I would say 3 for 3 on hitting, my targets on the top, which is, I like that, that's teaching me something. So uno momento. All right, I think we're running out of steam. I mean, we could hit the 2 sigma here or come up. I don't think we'll get to this line that I had drawn up here today, But, you know, it's funny how channels come back. We're getting in. If we close, then we could maybe get to the 50% and pull back. But man, this is quite a run so far. So I'm kind of thinking might be done for the day and pulling back. But again, it's going into the weekend. Wouldn't be surprised if we end up, in fact, you know, now that I'm thinking about the weekend, hold on. There's two thoughts. Either one, we're going to run up massively because we're going to have 3 days off, or people don't want to be overextended for the weekend and might run it up early and then pull back to this area. So I'm going to stick with that one. I like that. And kind of the same with the M2K. You know, I mean, we have a chance to go way up here to test these levels and then pull back a little bit, but we might be running out of steam here and then pulling back to this old line that took us forever to hit and close above, or well, we haven't even closed above it. But I think that this line in the sand we broke finally, and now we might come back and retest it one more time. Now let's go on to the MES. I'm kind of taking a chance on this one. I mean, I think we, you know, obviously 4,000 at the R2 is in sights, and then a pullback today. I mean, this could launch and be up at 4,035 by the end of the day. I mean, you don't know. It seems a little bit out of the question, but then a pullback to the trend line seems possible. So this is it's going to be a tough one on the MES because all-time highs are tough to judge, but I know we made positive points, lots of points this morning for breakfast, and we're getting better at predicting end of day stuff. So thanks for being with me, Derek Demore, Futures Demore, and Futures Networks Live. Anthony Crudele coming in a week and a half, and just thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Subscribe and like and share with your friends. Aloha and mahalo.